You're watching Traders Morning Setups with Dex the Algo Capitalist. Dex created his Pulse Wave price trigger reports over 2 decades ago, and he's been using them to ride the pulse waves as a full-time trader ever since. Find out more about Dex's reports and sign up for our next webinar to learn how to use them at pulsewavetrading.com.
Good morning. Good morning. It's time for our pre-market show. Hopefully everyone is doing well. I know a lot of people are gearing up for the festivities for the holiday weekend coming up. As you all know, on Monday, the markets will be closed in observance of Christmas, and then people will resume trading on Tuesday. So just FYI for you on that one. And it's been a very interesting week. We've seen the market start to act a little schizophrenic, especially with the Dow, collapsing 500 points yesterday. So where do you go from here? How can you explain this spike in volatility? That's not normal. I will be honest with you. That's not something that we see every day. That's not even the historical norm. You have these seasonalities, and this is the season of the Santa Claus rally, not a drop of 500 points. But what it goes to really show you is that when you're having holiday markets like this, where people are traveling and going away, going on vacation and spending the holidays with friends and family, you have very thinly traded markets. And when you're in a thinly traded markets can be moved around rather easily. And it doesn't even take a lot of money to do that. So the big order comes in to sell, well, the market's going to have to absorb that somehow, right? So you get these, ginormous swings like we're experiencing right now. So you collapse 500 points, but then you're going to see this morning, the market's up over 200 points. So the question is this just some kind of bounce, or is this legitimate? And that's going to be the question that traders are going to be asking themselves going forward. What does this mean? Now, there's been all types of predictions and analyses going forth, and no one knows the future. We can only guesstimate based on historical norms and historical trends. But that's pretty much all you can do. And then you put your money behind your beliefs, and the market will always take care of the rest. That's just how you approach the markets. That is the humble way to approach the markets. So let's get into it. Right here, the US dollar index is down 52 pips at 101.88. That's right. We broke into the 101 handle. That's giving strength to the euro. It's up 48 pips at 110.35. Pound sterling up 46 pips at 126.94. And the Aussie is up 30 pips at 67.95. Bitcoin futures up $465 at 44,095. Ethereum futures up $51.50 at 22.41. Crude oil futures are down $1.21 per barrel, trading at $73.01 per barrel. Talk about volatility. Crude has been just gangster with the volatility. Nat gas up 3 cents at $2.48. Gold up $3 an ounce, trading at $2,050.70 per ounce. Silver is down 7 cents per ounce, trading at $24.55 per ounce. Now, so far as the 2-bar Charlie morning setups go, you actually have a couple of those, and we're going to go over them. Like right now, you have silver has a bullish 2-bar Charlie setup, where the market should close in the green today and have an all-day up day. there's a 1% chance that these setups can be violated during the trading session. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Copper is up a penny at $3.91. You have the Dow futures up 207, trading at 37,652. And you have a bullish 2-bar Charlie set up here too. So we expect an all-day up, day in the down for it to finish in the green this time. S&P 500 futures are up 31 points at 47.80 and 3/4. E-mini NASDAQ 100 futures are up 149 and a quarter points, trading at 16,917 even. We have the Russell My Hustle up 20.2 points, trading at $2,023.90. And we have soybeans down 2 pennies this morning, trading at $13.05 a bushel. Corn is up a fraction of a penny, trading at $4.70 per bushel. And wheat up 5 cents, trading at $6.15 per bushel. And like I said, we do have a couple of these morning setups, not a whole lot, but we got a couple, and we'll see what the market does from here. Of course, your wheat is the last one. It has a bullish 2-bar Charlie setup. So expect an all-day up day here too, and for the market to finish in the green. In news, we have the following. Jeremy Grantham explains why human optimism stops us from properly analyzing the market. The best way to use AI for content creation and digital marketing, and giant concrete boxes are powering the AI revolution, and they're coming to a town near you. Changes towards the top. Wall Street's top bank is considering overhauling its most powerful internal group. Goldman Sachs CEO David Solomon is mulling whether to expand or shrink the bank's management committee. Business Insider's Dagan Campbell reports the potential changes come at a critical juncture for the 30-person committee, which consists of the firm's top execs and focuses on key matters at Goldman. The committee has dealt with turnover this year, which has been a bit of a running theme at Goldman these days. These long-term members left earlier this year, and another 3 are set to retire by year's end. Another member has been on leave since the summer. Dakin's got all the details on the potential changes, including the key behind-the-scene role Goldman President John Waldron has played in the process and the people in the running for a spot on the committee. Sweeping changes to an established entity are not out of character for Solomon. Since taking over as CEO in 2018, Solomon hasn't shied away from taking big swings. They haven't always been successful. You would know that, though. People think when you hear the word Goldman Sachs, you just hear of some kind of supernatural entity. But he's maintained they were necessary to keep the bank ahead of Wall Street's constantly shifting ecosystem. At first glance, Solomon's inclination might be to expand the committee to add more allies to a group that holds considerable sway within the bank. Speculation about Solomon's job security has largely quieted after mumblings earlier this year. But having friends in high places never hurts. Also, bonus season is quickly approaching, which was a massive point of contention at the firm last year. And while the bank is reportedly looking to make up for last year's disappointment, there's only so much money to go around after a difficult year. However, if Goldman's failed consumer ambitions taught the bank anything, it's that bigger isn't always better. And when it comes to internal groups, Solomon has favored exclusively. The best example has been Goldman's partnership, which he worked hard to trim down after it ballooned under his predecessor. Whether he decides to shrink or expand the committee, one thing is clear. It'll be another opportunity for Solomon to leave his mark on the street's most closely watched firm. Jeremy Grantham is the last of a dying breed. The legendary investor who called the global financial crisis and the dot-com bubble believes stocks are in a super bubble. But he's one of the few, as humans' optimistic tendency shrouds their judgment of the market. It's a part of a broader trend that's led to fewer bearish outlook on the market. AI's impact on the market isn't going anywhere. James Demert, the investment chief for Main Street Research, said the AI driven market rally could last a decade thanks to the tech's impact on productivity. A trend with such wide reaching benefits indicates it's the early stages of a long term bull market. Play it safe with these stock picks from Morgan Stanley. The bank highlighted 37 companies of high growth potential that have also avoided the recent market volatility. In tech news, a Tesla owner says he got a $14,000 repair bill the day after he bought a Model Y. The vehicle suspension reportedly broke with only 115 miles on the odometer. A new investigation found that he was one of thousands of Tesla owners with this issue over the past 6 months. So Tesla has had this issue ongoing for the past 6 months. Wow. I'm sorry, 6 years, not months, years. 6 years. So you knew about this problem for 6 years and you still ain't fixed the issue. And yet you guys believe this man can send rockets into space. How to use AI for content creation and digital marketing. Influencers and creators shared how they're using the technology for their work. Popular tasks include drafting emails, identifying trending topics, and generating video and content ideas. The top 12 people in artificial intelligence policy, ethics, and research. This list includes people across industries, including hardware and ethics, many of whom have divergent views on how AI should be developed. Inside AI's giant land grab, chatbots live in the cloud, but they're powered by giant concrete boxes that gorge on electricity, guzzle exorbitant amounts of water, and often overburden local utility resources. Plus, they're coming to a town near you. All right, so all this cloud stuff, cloud computing and cloud storage, it uses a lot of energy. I'm sure that's not making the tree huggers very happy. Warner Brothers Discover CEO David Zaslav is reportedly considering a blockbuster deal. The CEO is in talks to acquire Paramount, according to Axios, but bringing the two companies together won't necessarily solve their problems. And Billionaire Gift Guide, what the world's wealthiest gift each other. They just want to see what the best of the best looks like, a client manager at Travel and Lifestyle Concierge said. Their exclusive gifts include rare Himalayan Birkins, things tailored to people's hobbies and experiences like traveling to space. Yeah, I have a Brooklyn Bridge to sell you if you believe that one. In other news, the joy and sadness of loving strangers. Walmart workers revealed the best and worst parts of working the holiday season. Cruises will be super popular next year. Be prepared to fight for a pool chair. America has a McGonagall problem. Trump's eviction from the Colorado ballot could come back to haunt Democrats. And Z straight up told Biden that China is going to take over Taiwan. Reports say it could end in war. And the top 10 cities where Gen Z are moving to include Provo, Ann Arbor, and Boulder. Here's what's happening today. Dick Van Dyke, 98 Years of Magic, airs on CBS. It celebrates the 98-year-old's career, which includes the movies Mary Poppins and Bye Bye Birdie. Happy birthday, Samuel L. Jackson, one of my favorite actors. Quinta Brunson, Stephen Yeun, Jane Fonda, Madeline Klein, and Emmanuel Macron were also born on this day. And in earnings, you got Nike and CarMax, among others. All right, folks, I really hope that you are having a wonderful, wonderful week as we're leading up to the Christmas holidays. And just remember that it's better to give than to receive. And one of the best ways you can do that is to adopt a family and see if you can help that family. It's better that way because the money, is going directly to the source. Unfortunately, a lot of foundations and organizations, they have tremendous overhead. So only a small percentage of your donations ever reach where it's supposed to go. All right. So just FYI on that one. All right. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Be encouraged, and remember, the system works if you work the system. Bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And watch those credit cards, because U.S. households are now sitting on an unprecedented $18 trillion in liquid assets. That's right. The liquid assets of the U.S. households has surged to an unprecedented $18 trillion, according to Bank of America. All right. Now, they claim that there's increased savings in household wealth, but according to other data, unfortunately, we're seeing that that's just really not the case. It's debt. Americans are just maxing out their credit cards. So be careful with that, because technically speaking, 99% of Americans will be financially worse off than they were pre-pandemic by mid-2024. All right. So if it's not hitting you now, it will touch you in the year to come. And you don't want to look back and be like, man, I wish I still had that money I spent over the holidays. You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that gal. Okay. So only spend what you can afford. And really, you shouldn't be spending really that anything at all. You should be saving your money because, excuse me, your federal government doesn't like to tell you anything until it's too late. They'll tell you that the meteor is about to hit in 5 seconds, instead of telling you that the meteor was on its way weeks and days and months prior. They'll wait until it's about to impact and then say, we have bad news, here you go. And then it's over. So again, heed the warnings. You see the warning signs all around you. You know what's going on in this world. And if you don't, you better get a clue real fast. All right. Save as much of your money as you can. All right. And also, you need to learn how to make your money grow and invest your money. And no, the answer is no longer real estate. All right. That gig has been up for a long time. All right. The only people that's doing anything with it right now is the big major corporation and Wall Street hedge funds, and you're not them. All right. Because they want to buy up all the property on behalf of the government so they can end up leasing and renting it back to the people. They want to get it to the point where no one will own anything, and they claim you'll be happy. All right, folks, I'm out of here. See you in the next one. Smash that like button, share the content. You never know who it may help encourage. And I'm out. Peace.